Hey Use World, I am back with another video. I recently was at the local mall here in Chicago while I'm still staying here. It's located in Oak Brook Mall, and I'm sure you probably have heard it from other YouTubers who live in the Chicagoland area. It is one of the fancier malls that exists here in Chicago. And I haven't been there in a while, and I was just, killing some time here. I was walking around to like the corner where there's a lot of fancier, and they happened to open up a Saint Laurent store, which I find kind of surprising because Neiman Marcus is right just, around the corner, not even a 30-second walk, and there's a Saint Laurent boutique inside Neiman Marcus. But in any case, they just built this new Saint Laurent store, and it is gorgeous in there. And truth be told, I have not been interested in YSL for a long time. I still go to the outlet just to see if there's any deals on certain colors and pieces that I like, but I haven't really bought anything from Saint Laurent in a while. Never really want to look at it because it was kind of boring, right? Saint Laurent was just basically, in my opinion, revamping, the Lulu, the mini Lou, the Nikki bag, the envelope bag over and over again. And they just do it in different colorways or different fabrics. So to me, that kind of got boring because they've been doing that for at least 4 or 5 years. So, but when I was like, oh, it's a Saint Laurent store, the architecture in there was gorgeous. So I just went in to look around, and I discovered that there are actually a lot of new models that I was like, ooh, I kind of like that. So I started trying on bags. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably saw me with a couple of screenshots and selfies that I've done with, some of these bags here. But let's just talk about the couple of them. Talk about pricing, talk about the style, talk about how they're revamping a little bit and what interests me and make me kind of like itchy. Like I'm itchy. I'm itching to buy one of these bags. And this is like, for me to say I want to buy this retail, it pains me. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so I pulled up a list of all of the new models that I thought were pretty interesting. And maybe I haven't been really keeping up with Saint Laurent that often, but maybe it's newer as of the past 12 months. So correct me if I'm wrong, if these got released like 3 years ago, I just never paid attention, but they're new to me at least because they finally caught my attention. So the first one I thought was really interesting was the Tuxedo bag. And what I've noticed with Saint Laurent is that when they release a new model, it's not like Louis Vuitton. They've got like 6 different colors that you can choose from, which is kind of nice. Saint Laurent, I feel like it's a little bit more conservative, and they release models in 1, maybe 2 colors, see how they do. It's like Icar tote, well, you know the one I'm talking about where it was like all the rage. They only released that one in the black, and only as of recent that I've seen, they released it in like a beige or white color, right? So they're pretty conservative, which I can appreciate because you don't want to make a ton of bags and then for it to flop and then, you're stuck with a bunch of unpopular bags, right? So this one, the Tuxedo bag, as of right now, it's actually on pre-order or newly released. I did see this one in store, and I did see it in 2 different colors. There's a black and then there's a white. And I thought this was pretty cute. Yes, all of the new releases still have like the YSL logo, but at least they're changing models up a little bit more. So I thought this is a really cute one as opposed to the typical, mini Lou that they have had for years, and it's still really popular, which I understand. I'm like not really into camera bags, but I thought this was a very sophisticated look because it's got the little clasp up at the top, and it's a very structured bag, and I love structured bags. So this is just very sleek looking. It's obviously not an everyday bag. I feel like this is a special occasion bag, going out to dinner, date night kind of bag. So I think this is definitely something a little bit different from what they're usually releasing, which is more like smushy, puffy, very soft bags. So for them to come out with a structure bag, I think it's in the right direction. At least have some sort of variety, right? Make your squishy bags, but then also have some structure bags for people who do like YSL, but don't want the squishy mushy bags, right? So this one is retailing at $3,500. A little steep, but if you think in the grand scheme of things, it's not, like Louis Vuitton with their special editions and, Petite Mal, I don't know, that's like in the thousands, right? I feel like at $3,500, maybe I'm just so numb to the price increases of Chanel and like Louis Vuitton that I feel like $3,500 is actually not horrible. Is there something wrong with me? Let me know what you think. The second one that actually caught my eye is the Manhattan. The Manhattan Mini, the Manhattan Small, and the regular size. I think this is in trend in the right direction, not just because of the whole like quiet luxury or whatever, but this is a good variation from having the YSL logos just plastered everywhere. If you look at YSL and you don't want that YSL traditional logo, which don't mind me, I love it, it's gorgeous, but I feel like it's a little overdone. The only option that you really had that's one of their traditional lines, so to speak, is the Sac de Jour, right? The Sac de Jour is the one that first come to mind. I'm sure they have a couple other ones, but that is like a classic staple that has been around for like, what, almost 10 years. The Manhattan one is really pretty because I feel like it's a competition, an ode to the competition of the Kelly bag, right? And they made it in multiple variations. It's just a sleek looking bag in my opinion. And I think it is not so close to the Kelly bag that people will be like, oh, you want a Kelly, like a mini Kelly, but you can't get one. So you're going to go with the Saint Laurent. There's enough variation for you to be like, no, I'd rather have the YSL mini, the Manhattan bag as opposed to a Kelly bag, right? So I'm digging this. And there are only 3 colors available. And this is priced at $2,100. Whereas the small one, it is $2,900, almost $3,000. I like that they have a very curated colors palettes. There's only black, white, and an olive green, or they call it the light musk. The light musk, chef's kiss. I like that one a lot. And it's the same thing for the Manhattan top handle. It is now it's large enough for you to wear as a top handle, but then from the looks of it, it's got my favorite type of strap where it's kind of like my Neo Noe, where the strap, it's like you undo the button, you can pull it out so that you can become a shoulder bag, or shrink it and then clasp the button at the bottom and turns into like a top handle. Great design. More companies need to do this, and I can't say this enough. And I think if I were to have to pick between the mini, the small, and the top handle, I'm gonna go with the top handle. $4,200. It's getting a little bit up there, but I think this is a very, very chic and sleek looking bag. And if you want to wear this to date night, or if you want to wear this professionally, like to a work event, it's a very versatile bag without having all of the logos being slapped in your face, so to speak. All right, moving on to the Sac de Jour. So they still have the regular Sac de Jour, right? And I love the way it looks, but every time I pick up one, I'm just like, why is this a ton of bricks? So freaking heavy, right? So I like this new one. I actually didn't see this one in the Oprah store, but the Sac de Jour duffel in the shiny leather, very good looking. $3,500 for a duffel and a more structured and a larger bag. I want to say it's not horribly priced, but I think this is another great addition. So a new variation. It's still part of Sac de Jour, but at least it's a new variation and it's different. So I hope, again, I wish they would post like the weight of the bag. It's like, will it kill these people to like put the weight of the bag onto the website? But I would love to see this one in person and see how it feels, how it looks on me. Because when you try out a bag, the vibe can be really different than what you see online. Moving on to the Gloria in the quilted nylon. I like this a lot. This would actually be an awesome travel bag. Now, I haven't seen this one in person. So right now, anytime I travel, I use my Lululemon on the go. Is it on the go? Go-Getter, the Go-Getter duffel, and that has been amazing. Now, if I want to be bougie, I think this will be a good one because it is in quilted nylon and it seems like it's pretty durable, and at $2,100, could be a good option. I feel like if I want to be extra bougie and be sitting in economy class, this could work. And it seems like it's big enough to fit all of my purses that I want to travel with. So if I travel with my Pochette Matisse, and I like to put in my Lululemon bag, so it's not stuffed in my carry-on. That's usually, I have like 2 purses or maybe like a walk I put in my Lululemon bag that I keep with me. My travel expensive purses, I guess, so to speak. That's how I usually travel. So if you want to check out how I travel and how I pack for international travel, this is a very old video, so definitely go check that out. I'll link that down below for you. But at $2,150, I think I like this. I really like the duffel look, but then if you look at it from the front end, it looks like an actual bag. But then on the side view of it, it looks like a duffel. It's like 2-in-1. Like the design, very creative in my opinion. All right, moving on to the Jamie, the new Jamie collection. You're like, oh, this looks brand new. How is it any different from the Lulu or the Nikki bag? It's not, but the little diagonal tiles that is on the Jamie line makes it all the difference. It's a subtle difference, but it makes all the difference. And I'm really digging it. I did get to try this one in store and I kind of like it. This 4.3 that I'm looking at right now, the big version, is priced at $4,400. Is it worth the money? I don't know. Will it go on sale? Like at, Neiman Marcus or whatever, even though there's the rumor where Saint Laurent is pulling out of all of the department stores like Neiman Marcus and Saks and whatever, but we'll see. I really like this Jamie 4.3. Another travel bag, I feel like, because day to day, if I were going to the office, I think this is a great option. But if I'm just going out with friends or a day out or just to the bars or whatever, I feel like this might be overkill. Yes, big bags are in, but this might be overkill. I don't know if I have enough stuff to put in here. Moving on to the Capriso. Am I saying that right? Again, I'm butcher every name, especially this rouge mulat color. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of like raspberry burgundy, if I'm saying that correctly, but that's what I see. And I think this is a really fresh take on like the Lulu or the puffer bag. It is very simple, straightforward. There's not a whole lot of frills to it. And I think I kind of like it. I didn't expect myself to like it, but when I tried it in store, I felt like it was a little bit more fresh to the usual, Saint Laurent bags. And of course, I love the double chain strap that you can turn into a crossbody, or if you want to wear it as a shoulder strap. Very, very good design. All right, this is the first bag I picked up when I walked into the store, and I started laughing. It was about closing time. There was nobody in there, only the sales associates and myself. I busted out laughing because it's so ridiculously big. It's like comical. I have the Nikki bag in like the regular size. Love that bag. One of my favorite bags. And I don't really like black bags that often, but this one, the Nikki oversized in the grained lambskin, I want it. I want it. I don't know why, but I want it. It's $4,900. So I don't know. I can't justify spending $4,900 on a bag that actually looks pretty freaking ridiculous. So the duffel in quilted nylon is a great option for travel. This is also great for travel, but which is really funny because literally the night before I went into the Saint Laurent store in Oak Brook, I was looking up the Chanel Travel XXL. And they were just to see the prices because I kind of want one. Do I need one? Absolutely not. But they were ranging from like $700 to like $8,800. And I'm just like, do I really need a Chanel Travel XXL bag? No, nobody needs that ridiculous big bag. And then I see this one. I'm like, I need this one. Do you see the internal turmoil that's happening? But when it comes to this oversized Nikki bag, which again, I already love, so why not go for the bigger one? And for me to bring this onto the, I obviously would not go to the gym with this. I would not go to the restaurant with this. I would probably knock everything over just by wearing this bag at a restaurant or to the store. So the only time I can think of using this bag is when I'm doing international traveling, and I like to have a number of stuff with me when I'm on the plane and from the plane to like the hotel or whatever, right? I usually stuff my Lululemon duffel underneath the seat, and I fly economy, okay? Unless I get upgraded for cheap or for free, I don't pay for a premium economy. The money, I'm one of those girls. I look at quick story. When I started making money and, got my nice commission check because I'm in sales, I was just like, I'm going home to see my parents, and they live overseas in Asia, right? I'm just like, I'm not sitting in economy anymore. I'm making money now. I'm a big girl. I'm going to start booking business class. And I had no idea how much business class is. So I went on the website to book my trip to go see my parents. And economy at that time was $800, right? A lot of money. And business class was like $6,000. And then when I saw those prices, I was just like, okay, nope, not a big girl. I'm still peasant. I can't afford $6,000 for a 12-hour flight. Economy we go. So so the point of those story is, yes, I fly economy. You would literally have to like over my dead body, maybe one day. But as of today, priorities. I am happily willing to drop $8,000 to $10,000 on a purse and still sit in economy. Just saying. Just saying. So me sitting in economy with this massive bag, and then it's in grain lambskin that costs $4,900, and for me to shove it underneath a seat, no, I just can't do it. I don't know. I've scratched up bags putting it underneath the seat because there's stuff underneath the seat in front of you, right? There's like, I don't know, emergency stuff. Some of them is sharp and they've scratched my bags before. So for me to be like, looking at this bag and thinking, yes, I want it. I want to be bougie. I want to travel in style. And I realize you're being crazy. Come back down to earth and not spend $4,900 on a bag that you're going to stuff underneath the seat and be sitting in economy. Okay, so the last bag I did not see in person, at least I might have missed it because they were closing shop, is the Le Anne Marie bag. I think this is a gorgeous looking bag. And normally I am not really into like the two-tone kind of bag where I like my bag to be one solid color. I'm okay if the interior is a different color, but this one actually just looks very, very sophisticated. It's got a very classy vintage vibe, but then it's still got that modern twist. The block colors kind of reminds me of Celine. You know, when Phoebe Philo was at Celine, she did like the whole color block. I feel like this one actually with the black and white, if it's like black and red or black and blue, I might not like it as much, but because it's like black and a beige color or off-white color as they call it here, I was just like, I like that. This is something I would wear with the two-tone colors, so to speak. Oh, the one thing I forgot to mention is that the Jamie as well as the Capriso, whatever it's called, it was shockingly light. I expected to pick up these bags and feel like it's the sac de jour kind of weight where it's really heavy because they are bigger bags, et cetera, et cetera. But every single bag in the Jamie line, the Capriso line, even the Gabby line, which I'm going to talk about in next, they are so lightweight and that changes everything because I cannot do heavy bags anymore unless it's like a Birkin 35. I mean, like you just make sacrifices for a Birkin 35, but everything else, I refuse to use any heavy bags, right? So for me to touch these bags and wear on my shoulder, it felt like you were wearing nothing. I think that was where I have a realization that I'm re-interested or I am interested in YSL bags again. So the last one I want to talk about is the Lila duffel. That is the one I was trying to refer to. That was very, very lightweight. I tried it on at the store and I loved it. It was a little bit thicker in terms of the width than to my liking because it's got the double compartments with a double zipper. If they had a version of it where it's just a single zipper with that particular duffel style, I would have wanted it in a heartbeat. And I'm looking at the price for a quilted lambskin bag for the entirety, even though it's very light, at $2,800, I feel like that's a steal. I feel like anything you go into Louis Vuitton, everything's like $3,000-$4,000 nowadays. Prices are pretty comparable. And I think at $2,800, it is not a horrible price. So that is the last bag I wanted to go over with you. Let me know what you think in the comment down below. What do you think about YSL's new releases? Would you want to purchase any of these to add to your collection, or you're just like, meh, still the same of YSL designs and whatnot? But let me know your thoughts. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Come back and hear my little rant about purses, which at the end of the day, these are frivolous little things, right? Why am I stressing out and having so many opinions and comments about, YSL bags? So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can somehow adult easier and hopefully less than retail. I'll see y'all next time.